2-1. 1-2-3. Why is Hadid bothering me?
All right, Dr. Seuss.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your announcing Christian Stevens, and you are watching the Sam and Mo Show on WHITradio.org from High Tech High School. You can join the conversation at 201-854-8224.
All right. All right. I'm Sam the Man. That's Muhammad the Magnet, Ratchet Richie, and Wonderful Wally. We are here after an exciting week of football. Here are the scores. Thursday, the Falcons trampled the Buccaneers 56-14. The Chargers beat the Bills 22-10. The Cowboys beat the Rams 34-31. The Redskins lost to the Eagles 37-34. The Giants beat the Texans 30-17. The Saints beat the Vikings 20-9. The Bengals beat the Titans 33-7. The Ravens beat the Browns 23-21. The Lions beat the Packers 19-7. The Colts beat the Jaguars 44-17. The Patriots beat the Raiders 16-9. The 49ers lost to the Cardinals 23-14. The Broncos lost to the Seahawks 26-20. And the Chiefs beat Dolphins 34-15. The Steelers beat the Panthers 37-19. And that's all the scores. So after all those scores, what do you love and what do you hate?
I loved how the Giants did overall. You know, their offense and defense just seemed to click, and it was great to watch, especially if you were a Giants fan.
Yeah, they're gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
Who is? I hope so, but
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, it's just a pattern. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed the pattern.
Definitely. Eli has a horrible season. Goes back.
Eli throws the most picks in the NFL. Next season wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Guess what
right.
he did last season? Threw the most picks.
What I hated was
or winning the Super Bowl.
He does have
the Jaguars.
running back.
The Jaguars.
Why do you hate? Nobody hates the Jaguars.
No, they did pretty.
That's just a failed attempt at an expansion team.
You know, their last
why
game.
would you make a team in Jacksonville? I know it's a big city, but Jacksonville, you still have Los Angeles you could use. I mean,
yeah,
Jacksonville.
I think now with Bortles taking over, they're going to be a little bit more of competition.
Yeah.
He's a better leader.
They need to step up the offensive line and defense and the whole team, but you know, if they can improve everybody other than Bortles.
Yeah, well.
I like Bortles. He's consistent in the pocket.
He's a good quarterback. So, Ratchet Richie, what do you have to say?
I love Steelers, more specifically Antonio Brown. He's just been blowing up this season as he did last season. I hate the Panthers.
Too.
Well, he's helped my fantasy
I don't know
team,
if I like the
actually.
Steelers too much with Jarvis Jones, Shazier,
I love Le'Veon Bell.
and Ike Taylor going down.
I love Le'Veon Bell.
Their defense I don't love.
They're going down. I mean, Le'Veon Bell was definitely tearing it up against the good Carolina defense, but I mean, with those three main people out,
It's their defense that's really taking hits right now.
That's true.
And getting on to
oh my gosh.
getting on to what I hate.
I mean, their offense. Defense. I mean, this is one of the first times I've actually said I'm more confident in the Steelers' offense than their defense.
That's true. They've always had a sturdy defense. Steel curtain.
So what do you hate?
I hate the Panthers' defense. I'm sticking to the same game.
Luke Kuechly has to step up. Greg Hardy shouldn't be on the field.
If you want to be considered the second best defense or even competing with the Seahawks for the best defense in the league, and you give up 37 points to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who really aren't going anywhere, I mean, you're just mediocre now. So 37 points to the Steelers? Come on.
I mean, it's a better offensive team than
it's a better offensive team in past years, but really, 37, that's too much.
So Wally, what do you love and what do you hate?
Well, my love-hate, I'm going to have to go with loving the Cardinals because look at them starting 3-0 in the toughest division in the NFL.
I really had no faith in them beating
No one
the 49ers.
expected that. No one expected that, especially against the 49ers. And the Cardinals are just looking great. Even with their backup quarterback in, still winning games like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I called it from the beginning of the season, the 49ers are not making the postseason.
Every time something good happens, Richie's like, I called that in the beginning.
I don't care. I'm just saying.
We'll review the tapes. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that. At the beginning of the season, the 49ers.
You always say you called something.
Francisco,
I saw this last year in the NBA. Sam was like, I called the Pacers doing well, and they didn't go anywhere after that. You're jinxing everything.
You know, they went to the Eastern semifinals, right?
They got annihilated.
They
Paul George is gone. They lost Lance
Stevenson.
You're cursed them.
Let's get back on track.
Cursed.
So that actually brings me to my hate. Like Richie was saying, the 49ers are the team right now. I honestly expected them to be better when the season first started.
I want to change my hate.
predictions.
I want to change my hate.
No, you can't.
I just remember.
You know what it is, Wally?
No,
They
you
took
can't
so many
change your
hits
hate.
The
on
Cowboys
on the defensive side of the ball with the amount of players they're missing out right now.
Yeah.
I expect them to get better by the end of the season, considering most of their players
What
are
they
coming
need
back.
to do is they need to seriously look into this offseason into getting personnel on the defensive line. They need to get, because right now, they have the best linebacking core in the game.
Yeah.
Bar none. It's the best.
Bowman's not there right now, so that's hurting them.
I mean, that's hurting them, but still they have Chris Borland, who's, I know he's a rookie this year, but if he's
playing well, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they have, just insane. If they can get a big defensive tackle or, get some good ends.
I think if they at least raise their defensive line a little bit, they can go back to 2 years from ago when they had one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah. 2 years from ago.
I said 2 years ago.
You said 2 years from ago.
I did. Oh, my bad.
All right. So my love and my hate. I love the Bengals. They're playing well. I love a team with a good front seven. I love a team. They run the ball well. Andy Dalton is a really good receiver for them.
Giovanni Bernard.
He adds to that great receiving core. Now you have to stick Andy Dalton and A.J. Green. How are you going to do that?
Give me 16 points, Giovanni Bernard, for my fantasy team, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, and my hate is the Philadelphia Eagles because they're so good, and I'm a Giants fan. But it's okay because we'll win the NFC East by winning out the season, and if we win out the season, that means beating the Eagles twice. So we'll have the same record if they don't lose any other games, and we'll have beaten them twice. So that means that we would get the win for the NFC East.
I'm just saying, I've always been a big fan of smack talk and rivalries. I really loved what I saw from Deshaun Jackson yesterday. It was just fun.
Yeah.
It was fun watching all the
crazy.
smack talk, the celebration after the touchdown. I love it.
All those NFC East teams hate each other. All right, let's bring it to the drug policy because that's actually that's had a big impact. The NFL has a lot of scandals, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
So what they did was they said we're gonna start testing for steroids, and we're gonna lessen the penalty for marijuana, and we're gonna change amphetamines from performance enhancing to substance abuse. I just want to get your opinion on that.
I think it's more of an image thing, especially the title change from performing enhancing to substance abuse. I
don't agree with that part. Everything else that you said was good except the last part. They are performing enhancers.
Well, amphetamine, from what I understand, I believe it's like a party drug. That's
but
you wouldn't take that for performance enhancing.
No, for example, methamphetamines. When you take them for the first, I'm giving you an example. For the first few times you take them, you actually become like a superhuman. A guy took them in high school. He broke records for his football team.
I remember that.
He broke records for his track team.
Yes, but I seriously doubt anybody is playing an NFL game methed out.
Okay, not with meth, but amphetamines in general.
Amphetamines, but I'm almost positive it's like a party drug, and it was just, in my opinion, ridiculous to have it as a performance-enhancing drug.
I think it should stay as a performance.
I like the title change. I think it deserves the title change.
Because when I think performance-enhancing drugs, the first thing that pops into my mind is steroids and stuff to be taken off season.
You're right.
Not stuff that you would take right before, because besides Richard Sherman and taking, Adderall before the games, which I don't know that's too fair, but and this they're testing for steroids, which I think will be a big thing, because I don't think it's any secret that a lot of
many NFL players.
I think that they should be testing for steroids.
I think especially the big ones.
I'm not accusing anybody.
I'm not either.
I just
think there's a good amount of linemen, linebackers.
But with the other part of the with the other part of the policy I wanted to get on was the marijuana part. I have no problem with it being taken a little lighter than before.
I agree.
It doesn't really help your game. It doesn't really do anything.
It's a relaxing thing, but it's more of a moral issue, I think.
I understand.
You're kind of hurting yourself if you do it.
But
I think it's at the same time. I think it's more of an imagery thing.
It is for the NFL
because the NFL is taking so many hits right now.
Yeah. So it's good that they still penalize you for it, but it shouldn't be too severe.
Yeah.
I don't think that too many people are focusing on the drug thing with what else is going on. We're not going to get into that, though.
Yeah, okay.
But another thing that I wanted to bring up was, I know that the league has every right to do what it wants in terms of abuse policy and everything, but what do you feel about players in Seattle and players for Denver?
That's what I was thinking of right now. Who are in areas where marijuana is actually legal.
Yeah, it's legal. So, it's not like they're doing an illegal substance. They're doing a substance that's legal. That would be like, I guess there is, stuff against alcohol DUIs and stuff.
Yeah.
But, how do you,
It's a shaky subject because I mean, if I'm in the NFL front office, I feel like just like I said for image reasons, I'd penalize a player for marijuana getting caught. But at the same time, as anybody else, I think it's unfair.
I don't think it's that big of an image hit considering our president has he smoked before.
It's.
I think
he's never said it himself.
Yes, he has.
When did he say it himself?
He said it a bunch of times. I'm almost positive he put it in some sort of release about himself that he's done it before.
I'm sure George Bush has done a few things.
Well, George Bush, I forget. I think it was just a rumor that he was snorting coke in college or something. I don't know. So, speaking of people doing stupid things in college, Jameis Winston got up on a table in the student union and yelled something that was very offensive to him. And I mean, especially right now, that's not something you want to be doing if you're involved with football at all. But I mean,
there's really something wrong with him. He has the talent. He's such a talented player. I like him last year. He's such a talented guy. A lot.
I don't think there's something wrong with him. I think that he needs to realize
he needs to mature. That's what it is.
He's from Alabama, which I've never been there, but I assume that where he's from is very
outspoken.
Well, not outspoken, but you do something and it's not going to get national attention. You know what I mean? It's not like that big of an issue. It's just like it's going to stay within the town. Maybe you get a little bit of a scolding for it. But now he's at this point where it is going to blow up no matter what he does. And I think that he needs to learn that.
He's in the spotlight.
It's not really too fair considering, I mean, he's a 2-year starter. This is his second year starting. And if he leaves, he will only have started for 2 years in college. And I think that that's a lot to ask for somebody who's his age.
I gave him a pass last year for stealing the food. I thought, I gave him a pass for it. But with this,
this is just.
I think you ran out of passes for Jameis Winston.
No, you didn't run out of passes because the one last year with the food, it was understandable. I could see it. But with this, you really couldn't keep your mouth shut. You had to get up on the table. You had to
yell it. I mean, it was just a stupid comment to something that didn't need to be said in the student union. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
So, he won the Heisman last year. His chances are definitely hurt because of the fact that he was suspended. He doesn't have the stats, and that's definitely going to take a hit with voters. So, who do you guys, Heisman hopefuls for this year?
Well, I have two right now. I have Marcus Mariota, especially coming off that WSU win. Did you guys see that 52-yard run for a touchdown?
I taught him how to do that.
Marcus Mariota.
He's just been consistent like he has been for the past years.
He's consistent and all that, and he's very good. But I think that you have to take it with a grain of salt considering the athletes that he has to work with. I mean, it's not like he's just plopped in the middle of nowhere and he's making, these great plays with, average people. I mean,
no, he has a great team behind him.
The people that he's working with and the offensive scheme and everything is world class. I mean, it's just the speed of the offense is insane, and it works well with him.
Well, you could argue that with past Heisman winners as well.
I don't know. Jameis Winston. I mean, Jameis Winston definitely had weapons, but Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, I could see Johnny Manziel not having that much of a team behind him.
RG3.
RG3, I think had a good Baylor team.
No, absolutely.
I think he did.
Absolutely not. He had no.
My other pick would be Melvin
Cam
Gordon.
Newton didn't either. I mean, if you want to go back even further.
That's pretty far.
That's not that far away, actually.
What was that? 4 years ago?
Yeah.
4 or 5. Because it was Cam Newton, RG3.
Yeah, about 4 or 5. I mean, it may seem far, but that's not that far away.
It's not.
All right, so your running back pick?
My other one is Melvin Gordon from Wisconsin. I think he's tearing it up right now. Well, he is tearing it up right now. After his 5-touchdown game.
Main concerns for me would be,
his opponents, his matchups.
His matchups, not only are they not that strong, I mean, he had against LSU, if he had a strong performance against them instead of, getting I forget, did he get hurt or something? I think he missed the second half. If he had a stronger performance against them, I think I would be more inclined to.
I think he sprained his ankle. I'm not sure.
Something about
it was something like that.
If he had, if he had a better game that.
Because usually when they rate Heisman,
they look at the opponents.
They look at who you played and how you played against them.
Yeah. So. And that's why I think Kenny Hill is
Kenny Hill is
serious. I mean, just the numbers are incredible. So first year that he's starting, he's playing in the SEC. His first game threw for 500 yards against a South Carolina team that is a very.
He set a new record his first game.
I mean, he beat Johnny Manziel's record. Yeah. I mean, Kenny Trill. That's what he likes to be called. He likes to be called Kenny Trill. But I know you didn't pick 2 quarterbacks, but I also like Christian Hackenberg. If you want to let me throw one more guy in there. And for my running back
what do you think
pick,
of Christian Hackenberg?
I like his last name.
Hackenberg?
Yep.
Because you're a hack, is that it? Okay. So
I can go for a burger. Oh, I see what I did there.
So for running back, Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
He's just tearing it up. I mean,
he's too feminine for me, man. Really, he's pretty girly. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all you have to say, huh? Yeah, I wouldn't say that to him. He could probably, he's 6'1", 226 pounds.
Yeah.
He could probably kill you.
You can't tell. The camera doesn't do me justice, but I'm a good whopping 6'5", 270. So.
Really?
On a good day, that's what it is.
6'5" or something. But yeah, 9.8 yards per carry. That's just insane. I mean, he does it all on the ground. I mean, he could return kicks and everything. What?
I trained him.
You train him?
Texted me
you
the other
jumped
day,
on the
actually.
same train as him? You got
I
on the same
taught
train?
him. You think he'd be this good? Me and him haven't had our little confrontations, bro. Called me. He was like, "Mo, thank you for coaching me."
All right.
Been there for me.
We have about 5 minutes left, and I think that 5 minutes should be spent with Mo just telling his stories. So, continue.
Well, we have to be telling you. We gotta go over a topic, and then I'll tell you what I did to that person.
Let me hear this story about how you were training Todd Gurley.
Well, there were other stories too. Like for example, I don't know if you noticed how LeBron looks now.
With his new hairline, yeah.
Yeah, I helped him grow the front back.
You helped him grow.
Yeah, it's all mental. You gotta concentrate, and I helped him get it.
All right. Continue. More stories. Let's hear these.
I helped Melo slim down. People think it's hard work and exercise. It's not the case, though.
Oh, it's not. What is it?
You take your shirt off. You get some spray paint. You spray paint a 6-pack onto yourself. See what I did there?
Oh.
After you start wearing baggier clothes. So that way it looks like you tell the people, "Oh no, these are my regular clothes," but you tell them that you slim down to make it look like they don't fit you as well.
What kind of exercises do you do?
You name them, I do them, Rich.
Well, yeah. What kind of?
Well, you know what? A better question would be, what exercises don't I do?
What kind of
apart from the ones I didn't invent?
Well, also, every exercise, it would be the answer to that.
Sam, every workout that your team does for your Hoboken football team, I've invented.
You've invented.
I taught Schwarzenegger how to lift. I taught him how to get big.
How to lift, huh?
I taught Yao Ming how to grow. I taught Shaq how to dunk. What?
What year were you born?
1996.
Okay. How old is Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't know.
I mean, you know him personally. You did train him. I mean.
Yeah, I know. I was able to come out of the womb.
All right, I'm Sam the Man. That's Mom of the Magnet, Ratchet Richie, and Wonderful Wally. Goodbye.
Adios, amigos.
Have a good day.
Oh my God.
I can press.
Until the end.
Until the end.